Hello and welcome to another episode of Miles Apart in the Common Room. In this episode, these guys came right at me. First, we talked about the challenges of modern day dating, but also we also talked about my dating life. This is a very interesting episode and I hope you enjoy it. Don't forget to drop a comment on any part that you can relate to, and don't forget to subscribe. Let's get into it. So how are you feeling, Samuel?
Good, good. A lot of nevers, jitters. It's been I'm planning for a trip and it's gonna be very,
Yes.
very
Oh,
intense. Um, yeah,
where are you
no, don't.
tripping to?
Yes,
I'm
sir.
tripping to San Francisco, but I'll be gone for like 2 weeks and stuff. And so I'd release the yeah, because there's a conference I'm going for. It's gonna be like in end of April, and then the next conference isn't until like 6th of May. And I don't want to go
Mm.
and come back, so I'm just gonna stay there. So now I'm looking for accommodation and I'm doing open sourcing. Aside that, like I mean, there are other things that I've spoken about with you guys in terms of like career.
Mm-hmm.
I am really, really, really. I think I just need to. I'm really, really just trying to, figure out some things. But I'm figuring that I need to go back to therapy. I've been having a lot of like intense conversations. I was reading this book, Mask of Masculinity,
Mm.
and that book is like opening up some wounds for me. So yeah, there's that, and hopefully we'll see positivity. Oh yeah, and I'm also having like some bit of a stomach upset because I had gone to the amusement. I went to Six Flags yesterday, and I'm not gonna go back there. But we'll talk about that as we
I
proceed.
think we'll talk about why. I think off camera you're like even your kids won't go. So
Yeah,
I'm
no, that
interested in
experience
why
has
your
been ruined
kids
for myself
why
and my
your
kids.
why your seed will not be planted in
This is
the
flags.
aqua. As
Yeah,
you get. Anyways, so how are you feeling, Michael?
I'm feeling. I don't know how to word it right now. First of all, happy for you that you're going back to therapy. So that's very important. Yeah. So yeah, happy about that. I don't know how I'm feeling. Do you guys want details or like how do I explain it?
Give us
I
what
mean,
you can
I
start,
give.
think
yeah,
this.
start from it.
I think I'm feeling. I think this week was a bit slowish, but then
Mm-hmm.
this weekend particularly was good for me. I feel promising. Does that make sense? Like when
More like hopeful.
hopeful is the word Israel. When you go
Yeah.
for those Riyadh Bunker crusades, and you just
Right.
feel like all your life's problems are like they're
Done.
done.
Yeah.
I
You
feel
never
that
have
way.
problems again. Okay.
Precisely. I feel that way. And it's not because all my life problems are gone. I
Mm-hmm.
think it's because I've been consuming maybe too much YouTube travel content. So I like the way, I mean, you watch all these things and you see more of the world, that kind of stuff.
Mm.
And yeah, so but I feel good. I feel good. There's a bit of concerns here and there that we can probably talk about as we go on. I think we touched a bit about that already, Israel, you and I, in that long
Oh
uh
yeah, yeah, yeah.
ma-
I think
Samuel.
we should. No,
Wait,
Samuel
let me
was on the
just
call. You were no, he
continue.
was on the call and then dropped off.
Yeah, because we're
You
talking
left
about
us.
these triggers.
Exactly. You left us.
So now we are victim blaming. That's what we're doing. We're victim
That's
blaming
Yeah,
now.
what we are. It's
victim
not
blame.
victim. We are the victims here.
How
You
long were you
left
guys
us.
Yeah,
on that call for?
You
Because
left
I
us.
was
We
going
are
to
the
join.
victims.
I think I joined back and you guys left or something. I don't know. I can't remember.
we're,
You see, so you left us, and then
we're
he felt
yeah,
sorry that he left, and then he came
we're
back.
abandoned. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Can
It
you
was
imagine?
that call was also like kind of colored some part of my week,
Yeah,
Israel.
yeah.
In
Oh
terms
really?
of
Okay.
I mean the conversation, like in terms
Yeah,
of the
Feel so left
conversation,
out.
because
I'm
like
just
it's
going
been
to
a
be honest.
recurring thing,
yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
Apart from
Yeah, and
that,
I.
I would say I'm pretty good, pretty chill.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, yeah, slow days to be honest. I keep wondering, am I doing enough with my life? Does that ever
Yeah.
happen to you? Maybe my life is
I,
too slow right now.
I think, and I think I don't know if you talked about this already somewhere. I don't know, but or maybe I was talking to Samuel. Like now, I was talking to Samuel. Anyways,
Please, my name is.
uh, and then we were talking about routine, and
Hmm.
I mean, like how sometimes routines are good. Do you get? And it's boring, but it's good. Like when you feel
Hmm.
like there are some things that you're just not actively thinking about again. Like
Hmm.
you just wake up, boom,
Yeah.
boom, boom. Like I wake up, put my laptop inside my bag, carry my bag, train, go, come back, like
Yeah.
that repetition. Do you get?
Yeah.
And
Mhm.
it's boring, but it's stable, right? Stability is
You know
sometimes,
what's funny about
yeah,
what you just said now is that I told you I recorded a YouTube video, and
yeah,
basically what I talked about in the YouTube video is what I learned from these travel guides and everything,
mm,
Bernardo to be precise, and was
yeah,
basically talking about that routine is good, just like you said, but that you need to do something out of the ordinary once in a while so
yeah,
that
yeah,
you can have something to basically remember. And
yeah,
what he was trying to say is obviously this whole thing about, for example, if you tell me what did I eat last week Tuesday, I can't remember, or last week Monday, I can't remember because
yeah,
it's not anything special. But if you ask me that,
mm,
oh, what did I eat maybe the first day I got to London, I can probably
yeah,
remember. Or what did
yeah,
I eat? I mean, the first Thai restaurant I went to, I can probably
mm-hmm,
remember. But if you ask me what restaurant did you go to like 3 months ago, I
yeah,
can't. Because that one is like different. It's out of the ordinary, it's out of the box.
mm,
And I think maybe I've not done anything out of the box in a while. So maybe that is it for me. It's
I
just
see,
been wake up, walk, read, write, edit
yeah.
videos, and then and everything. But yeah, I keep wondering, am I doing enough? Like, yeah, is there something I could be doing? I don't know if you get what I mean. Yeah, I don't know if that makes
Yeah, yeah, I get.
yeah, just all right.
I
No,
mean, you just
I
came back
actually
from a
get
trip,
that
right?
feeling. What did you
Yeah,
say,
Slim,
Israel?
I did not just come back now. It was like
Like
January.
one, oh, that's like 2 months
It was
ago.
like 2 months ago. It's closed now.
Yeah, maybe I should. Maybe I'm used to it because I'm going for
Exactly.
another trip in like
Yeah,
2 weeks
exactly.
anyway.
Yeah, I think it's also like obviously there's sometimes excitement around doing things, and then you do them, and then it's just you've done
Blair.
them. Do you get like
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
that would be sad.
I think it
it's
also
like
points to some of the things you said. What you just said, Israel, before off the camera, where you said that sometimes there are some things that you should do that would paint new experiences for you. Like you just know if you would do them or you not do them again. Like basically, you have
I
to
see.
get out, do something, and then once in a while wake yourself up because it's also like, especially for people like us, like I hate to say this, but sometimes one of the reasons why when I initially moved to the US, one of the things I was
Mm-hmm.
excited about was that it was just so nice to go to a country that you can
Mm-hmm.
go out and you can everything that could happen, you can potentially anticipate it.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you can predict what would be. And so it's always been a thing of like chaos and stuff. And then you get to a place where you have way more stability on some things. And
Mm-hmm.
then you now begin to think about like having to do like for example travel or go snow whatever that thing you did that
You
you
know
were
what that
falling.
thing that Israel does, yeah.
Yeah. um but like you get to do all of those things, and for you they are like things that are out of the like just out of
The
the regular
routine.
scope as it were.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and so like I don't know, it just that was a lot of thoughts lumped up in one. But
Yeah, to be honest, totally feel you, man. That's literally how I'm feeling. Yeah. Israel, how are you?
Yeah. I think I'm in that, and this is probably going to provide a good segue into like what we want to talk about, right? I think I am feeling
Feeling
first is
pa.
I think I'm feeling numb. I think it's one of those seasons where I'm just like numb. I and also like I'm just feeling like yeah, let's get this shit out of the way. Like let's get this day out of the way. Like onto the next. Like that kind of feeling. It's like yeah.
I feel like it's like there's no fight or flight anymore. I don't know if that is
I
it.
mean,
Like
so I think obviously like we don't have so here's the thing for me, right? At least a couple of things, right? Which is like mixed feelings and all those kind of things. So I think first is that uh, I I might also probably just be drained, right? Just like be drained from like work or something, like just
mm,
need a
mm,
break. So
mm.
I'm looking forward to like next week and this week actually, like me going to Mexico and whether that fixes it, right? Uh, yeah. So I think there's that. Just like drain and just like need time off away from like wake up, go to work, repeat, rinse, repeat, stuff like that. And so I think there's that aspect, but I think there's also the aspect of me prepping for future problem. So it's more like, so I think we already said that it's like promo cycle. You get like, we are currently doing the performance review cycle and something like that. So I most likely should get a promo. Like I should get a promo. Like I've been telling people that if I don't get a promo, I'll start looking for another company, like, and get out of the way. Do you get? But I'm
Promo
also
is promotion, right?
yeah. But oh, what other thing could it mean? Okay,
Like bonanza.
I don't.
but
You
it's
are
also
saying promo like
promotion.
I'm supposed to get the promo. I actually thought it was gonna be like bonus or something. I thought that was what it was like promo. I was like,
No, I would have said bonus. Anyways, promo and bonus, like promo. So but I'm also just like prepping for in case it doesn't work out and all the stress that might come from that, the fact that I'll probably start looking for somewhere else, stuff like that, right? So there's also, because I'm trying to like space it out, because if it's like works out, then I'm going to be elated and excited, and then my elation is going to go high, right? But it's also like if it doesn't work out, I want to like spread out the sorrows instead of like waiting until the sorrows come. So I think there's also that. But I think there's also the part of uh me just like going normal like relationship ideas and just like just fuck that shit. Like
I need to stand up. I need to stand for
wait,
this.
what do you mean going normal relationship?
it's like I think I was talking to Samuel. So Samuel was before he joined the call. I don't know which. Anyways, I think Samuel was like, "Oh, am I talking to any girl?" I think there was something like that, and I was just like, we said something, and I was like, Samuel probably. I was like, "There's nowhere else to search." Like,
Yes, you
do
did
you
say that.
get?
You
And I
did
was
say
just
that.
like,
Yeah,
You you've been
you did say
you've been
that.
through the mountains and the seas.
"Do you get?" So I'm like, just fuck that shit.
But
Like,
like yes, this is the question I can't seem to get my hand around and get
Don't
my
worry
hand
about
around.
that, bro. I had to
Um,
laugh like you've
no,
downloaded all
it's
the
it's
apps.
no,
no,
it's
it's funny. Do you get? I'm like, just fuck that shit.
when
Like,
you think
You've
about
been there, done that.
yeah,
Sorry,
it's like
Samuel. Go ahead.
being at the gym, it's being at the club, it's being at church, it's being
Yeah,
at
yeah,
work.
yeah,
yeah.
Well, not maybe work related stuff,
yeah,
and also being on dating sites, right?
yeah.
This is I don't want to sound mocking, more like I'm mocking me when I say
No,
this, but
yeah.
where is the failure? Where do you think the failure is coming from? Like, where do you think the problem is coming? Not failure. Where do you think the issue is coming from? Because you're out there, you're actively
Yeah,
trying
yeah.
to
I
meet
don't
people.
think
Like,
there's even a failure yet because there has not been anything to fail at. I don't know if you get
Exactly.
no, failure was the wrong word.
I think
Forgive me
I
for
think
that.
the word is I think probably what he's trying to ask is like, where is the
like
problem?
why are we
Why
not
is
getting
it?
like
Yeah,
customers?
why is it not
Do you
working?
remember
You
the
say customers. What the
I mean,
fuck?
sorry, I'm talking startup language. Do you remember the video I sent to you on Instagram where that guy?
Which
I
of
don't know
them?
if you there was a video where, and I'm not even I'm not trying to bloat anybody's ego or anything. Where the
Yeah,
guy was talking about the fact that why do people who are like deep thinkers in quotes
yeah,
tend to end up maybe sad or alone, all of those things.
yeah,
And was talking about like Dostoevsky, Kafka, all of those people.
yeah,
And the guy that was responding was trying to let him know that most people in life generally are not deep thinkers. That they are moving through life in a chill way. They get it.
yeah,
They are not overthinking everything. If they see a headline that America does I mean that's sad and everything, but
Yeah,
yeah, they are
yeah,
not
yeah,
sitting in a podcast to talk about it and then reading articles about it and then watching
yeah.
documentary about what happened
yeah.
to America and all of this. So
Mm-hmm.
for them, their sorrows are limited.
Mm.
Yeah.
Their sorrows are very minute and
Mm.
everything. So if someone who is now a deep thinker meets people like that sometimes, there's
Yeah.
often this difficulty to like, I mean, you can connect on the surface level and everything, but on a deeper level, because it's like, this person is like, I mean, life is chill. Like, they don't, I mean, they are not dipping
They're
things
not
like that.
aware of
Yeah.
things
Yeah.
outside.
I'm not saying that is the case here, but I'm saying that I think what the problem is that you have this probably take us to what Simon and I were talking about a life list and everything. You have that your list of what your target audience or your ideal customer profile is,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And now going into the markets, looking for someone like a user to fit that ideal customer profile,
Yeah.
it's like it's now like that's the difficulty. It's not that we found the user and the
Customer
user
profile.
did not on board or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
It is that we can't even find a user that will fit.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
the ideal customer profile wrong? Maybe that's the question now. Like,
Yeah, no, I mean that's a very good question because I think it's also that because it's not like I don't meet people, right? But
yeah,
like it just we are not just
not the
it. I
target
guess
audience.
that's the thing, right?
Yeah.
But I yeah, I
So
think
I also
it's the
think
case.
that
I think it's the case of like who you are looking for is not looking for you, stuff like that.
that was what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
I think that also the idea of dating has become so tainted right now that people in some ways, form or whatever, they've kind of either given up on the idea, but like they're actually nearing what so it's like a thing of like a circle where someone like Israel is on the market right now. He's tried to search whatever, I couldn't find anybody
Yeah.
that fits his MO. The moment Israel leaves the
Not with
market,
all this
someone that
slang.
is looking for Israel comes in trying to do the same thing. And then it becomes a cycle because it looks like I hate
But
to
where
use
is
it, but
the
like
Where's the disconnect?
where is the other pair that is also looking for someone like Israel right now in the market?
they're
Surely
probably
they must
looking for a
exist.
job or they're probably fighting for politics.
So that now begs the question that can we look at Israel's ideal customer profile and say that okay, maybe the ideal customer
Profile
profile
is
is
wild.
Yeah.
maybe the I don't know what other way would like to describe it. Maybe the features of this particular like potential user that we're looking for is must look at this. Let's say I'm using my ex workplace now. Must have 1 million in investments.
Yeah.
Get it?
1
Must
million
have a
ARR.
job. 1 million naira, obviously. Must have a job. Must have this. So then we can this is a tier 1 user. Do you get this? Is a top or tier 0 user.
Yeah.
When we now see that the economy is bad in Nigeria, do we need to revamp that and say must have potential?
But the problem is, I don't think Israel is thinking about it from that. It's like we're thinking about the future. It's like there's no point thinking about now. Like I'm not thinking about now. I'm thinking about
what I'm saying. I'm not talking about money. I'm not using money as a.
No, I
that's an
get what you're
example.
saying.
What I'm saying is that if there's something that Israel is looking for that is probably scarce in the market, is it possible to find that thing at the seed level instead of at the
I think this is where your analogy sort of like breaks down because it's more like now I just because he then becomes like I think at the end it's not like I have to get a customer. Do you get? So
it's not like you have to.
Yeah, it's not like I have to. I mean, it's not like I have to now, like or something like, which is why I'm just like I might as well just kill that desire and live my life.
But it doesn't get easier in the future now. In the future that you are going to confront that desire, it's not like it's going to have gotten easier by then.
Which is then like future will sort its own.
Don't worry about my future. My future will sort.
And then it's like let the future worry about itself. Scenario, I guess. But
yeah, I didn't see that.
But
coming.
I mean, I think it's also like. I think ultimately there's the part of I really don't know though. I think number one is I think the way here's what I think about what my problem might or what the problem might be is that number one is I think in Vancouver, first there are not a lot of Black people, right? Number two is that like I am open to dating people outside of my race.
Black race?
Do you get? Yeah. But it's like, are people outside of my
You said black in such a black way.
Yeah.
But I mean at least I'm Black.
Yeah. But it's like, are people outside of my race willing to date outside of their race? Do you get? I think that's
You are going into a
Fuck.
whole new terrain, Israel, with that
It's
conversation.
also like, I mean, are they willing to? I'm guessing when we're
Are
talking
they
this
willing
now, we're
to
talking
learn
like
about it?
serious dating.
yeah,
So
no,
they're like,
obviously serious dating, yeah.
they might be willing to explore the African gene and everything.
the
There's like,
African,
yeah, like the African potential, but it's like,
yeah,
are they willing to commit to the African potential? Probably
exactly,
not.
yeah,
I think that's the case.
yeah. I think
Yeah.
that's the
Wait,
case, right?
What do you mean commit to the African potential? I don't
Like,
get
are
that.
they
If
willing
it's
to
a,
like
if it's a
do
fling,
like
maybe
if
they
it's
can.
a fling or something, like if it's like let's be merry and have fun, like
You know,
sure, like
Yeah.
you can add a black person, a Nigerian person to your list of
Yeah.
people.
But
Do you get
Israel
it?
is looking for a committed customer, somebody that will
Yeah,
deal with this thing
yeah,
till the
the
end.
lifelong customer.
Yeah,
you're
it's
looking
Yeah.
for
life. That's
lifelong.
actually the word. What did you
Yeah,
say?
yeah.
He's looking for lifelong.
Yes. Now, what do you think we're
That's
talking about?
do you get like
Wait.
what have we been talking about?
Wait a second. So this is okay. So when you say lifelong, what are we talking about? Like,
Dating with the potential of marriage.
Exactly.
okay. So
What have we been doing?
so this is the thing, and I might be wrong for this one, but
Yeah,
I don't know. Like I think no wait wait.
I don't want to. I don't
think.
want to say anything, but
Wait.
okay.
Let
Please
me
talk.
finish my thought. Let me finish my thoughts.
Please
I
finish your
don't
thought.
think that the Western world approach marriage the way the African world,
Okay,
right? I
explain.
don't think the view of marriage and the view of whatever, like I don't think it works. Like I'm talking about people that typically when this whole marriage conversation comes up, there could be cases of like you rarely hear cases of, oh, I married my maybe high school sweetheart or something, or
Yeah, okay.
like there are rare cases of and again, because there's no, I mean, there's a tax benefit, whatever. There's the financial aspect of it, but like in some ways, it's like there's a system of individualism that this part of the world has come to represent and support or like strengthen. That now, like they are literally going on extreme campaigns to get people married. I saw one yesterday where they are paying, there's a ticket for $10,000 or something to go for an event where they match you with someone to get married or something. Like,
Yeah.
it's getting to that
I
point.
mean, I think we'll probably get to that point because it's also like, I mean,
But
there
you know
are
what I'm saying,
repercussions.
right?
There are repercussions to the way the world is going, right? There's always like repercussions to things, right?
Yeah.
Because it's like if people are not procreating, then our species, which is like more grandiose,
Like these
our
are problems
species.
for the future. I won't be here. I won't be here.
Let's finish what we are
get
saying.
to that
This
point.
procreation.
But yeah, say finish what you're saying.
Let's finish this one because we are going into. I'm going to just make a note of that. But the idea is just, I don't know if you get what I'm saying. Like there is a individualism that comes from the point, like what the Western world is right now. That you think about the state of the economy, you think about global political shifts right now, you think about the state of women's finances and stuff. It's like there is like a lot more happening where it's, and I'm not saying that it's impossible, but what you want plus the long term till death do us part of it, I think you bring, you kind of bring.
So does that mean that people shouldn't look for lifelong partner now?
No. What Samuel is saying is that where you are looking, which is the Western world, that's not the predominant thought process.
So where do I need to look?
Go back to your roots. You need to go back to your roots.
Go back. Like, and I'm not trying to make a joke or anything, because it's what it is. Like, not what it is. It's what I've noticed it to be. In a sense, like you meet someone and they will be open to like, oh, we can date, we can see each other. But the moment you start bringing the long term perspective and see like, oh, we want to be for long. Like these people be for long. They stay together for long because it's convenient to stay together. When I say these people, I'm going to have to explain that because apparently that's a very insulting conversation. But these people, in this sense, is I'm talking about like, okay, I'm just beginning for myself.
Non-African culture,
basically,
or like
I would say non-Africans, non-traditional Africans per se.
And I'm not even going to say like they are even like let's just say like the Western world, because it's like people like from
Yes. So
probably
these
Iran or
people
something,
is the
or
Western
like
world in this
Global
case.
North.
that
Yeah, it's
global
everybody.
north.
I'm not pointing fingers at anyone, but like, of
Precisely.
course, you would
No,
see
I think
people that want to get
everybody
married.
probably knows that like it's people are getting like obviously like it's an individualistic world in this part of
Mhm.
the world. I think there's that. It's also like there is no incentive for I don't know. It's like people aren't just it, but
You will
yeah,
you will
Let's
find people
segue
that want to
into
marry, right? But the people that
yeah.
want to marry, I don't think they are your type.
So see, I feel like I think what's happening is that I mean, we're going to segue into what Samuel said back,
yeah.
but I feel like there are probably two extremes of people.
Sorry,
People
why is
who
this
are
guy drinking from that keg?
I've had this conversation with him, Israel, and
To
it's
finish, I
very
have to finish
baffling.
this entire
These
gallon
are
today.
no
So
excuses.
see,
You're back in Oshun House again. I don't get it.
Ah,
Like,
bro, I remember the 5 liters. You remember 5 liters? That 5 liters, the white five
like
liters.
that's literally what we are crying at.
Yeah,
no, I have to finish it, and also because this is more conducive for the environment than me buying like small bottles.
There are many things that is
So,
not considered for the environment, starting from your non-marital prospect. But anyway, I, I feel like there are
exactly.
two extremes of people. People who
Yeah,
are obsessively desirous of marriage.
mm.
Like you see it in the Instagram posts they make,
Right.
the
Yeah,
people they
yeah,
follow on Twitter. Those people are not what you want.
yeah,
People who are also like they don't care about marriage in the sense that you know what there's this thing that was trending on Twitter about the fact that some particular cultures and they don't and what adultery is norm. Like
yeah,
they get
yeah.
it. They don't take all this loyalty thing. Just like, oh my
Mhm.
god, yeah, I slept with my coworker and then okay, I mean you guys will shout at each other and everything, but you're back together. There's also
Yeah,
those kind of people that they don't regard marriage as it's not that deep.
it's not that
I
deep
Mhm.
don't
for
think
them.
that's
Yes.
also where you for. So
Yeah,
they're
yeah,
looking for the middle where it's like the lukewarm, not particularly lukewarm, but it's like the category where, yeah, they want to marry and everything and all. Their life principles support having being loyal in marriage and being
yeah,
committed and all of those things, but they are not obsessive about it. They get it.
yeah,
That's where we now come to the what we're talking about, which is the ideal customer profile. It's like when we look at the ideal customer profile, there are many things there. Not many. It's not even many. It's just like there are cogent things that
yeah,
seem to be absent precisely in your community. Did you
yeah,
get it? In your at least your
yeah.
immediate community. If you
Mm.
go to a place like London, for example, it will probably be easier for you because it's
Yeah,
more.
yeah, yeah.
There's a lot
Diverse.
more.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
entire world is in London. Do you get it? And there are
Yeah,
very young people in London who are also like
mm.
struggling at husband and everything. You'll find
Yeah,
your type easier than in Vancouver or maybe in Kent, or you go down to
yeah,
Wales or
yeah.
something. The farther you go, you're just whatever your eyes see there, basically. It's probably like your type is probably like
Yeah,
one or two. And then
Mhm.
probably
yeah,
that your type. Somebody asked that out last week. So like you have
Yeah.
to wait for another like
yeah.
3 month cycles for your type to come around, and
Yeah.
maybe that your
Mm.
type is not fine again. Do you get it? So it's
Yeah,
like it's not as easy, which is what Samuel is now going into. You have to go back to your roots. So speaking
Or
of
at
your
least,
roots,
no, at least go to somewhere that you
is that
can
up
just
for the
they have
discourse?
more values or more alignment with what you want.
We
Because
talked about this by the way, Samuel. That's why I'm bringing it up.
was he not on camera when we were talking about
I
it?
did not
no,
yet.
Oh, he
no,
was not.
no, no.
Okay, okay. Right, you
So
try.
that everyone
Yeah,
can tell you.
I think I probably Samuel knows. I think it's also that we've talked about this. That I think first, it's also like number one is like I can't do long distance relationship, right?
Yes,
At least like starting to date someone like long distance.
yes.
Do you get like it makes
Mm-hmm.
absolutely no sense. Like
Yeah.
there's no point in it to be honest,
Yeah.
right?
It doesn't satisfy the immediate desire anyway.
It doesn't satisfy any desire to be honest. Like
It could satisfy the long-term desire now, which is marriage.
So the question is, would you sacrifice the short-term gain for the long-term gain?
Exactly.
no. So there are two things. There's the thing of like gain, but there's this thing of like trouble. Like obviously I can like let's say there's no gain short term, but like the short term trouble is not what like because
But
number
is
one
it
is
what
like
long-term gain? That's the question.
I can't use my life to be to be
To be doing
hoping that the
equation.
long term do you get that the long term gain is going to because it's a potential long term gain but a troubled short term, like, but
The
a
trouble is
confirmed,
certain.
the trouble
Long
is
term
certain.
gain is just a probability.
Exactly. Do you get? So it's like,
So this is the dilemma, right? For you to, I mean, let's say that your type is actually, and maybe that's another thing. Your roots influence your type. Do you get
Yes.
it?
yeah,
This is
Uh-huh.
probably, and for instance, that this your type now is like, let's say back home and everything.
yeah,
For you can't obviously marry them today and then elope them to Canada.
yeah,
You
yeah,
have to date them. Do you
yeah,
get it? The
exactly.
problem with that dating them is that you can't date them now because they are not in Canada.
Yeah,
Which is the problem, because the reason why you can't date them because they're not in Canada. But to date them, they have to be in Canada.
no, yeah.
But
I mean, obviously, it's a huge thing because it's obviously the them dilemma, because it's like you need to
yeah,
date. Yeah, it's just
it's
messed
a
up.
taking an extension. Yeah,
Yeah, do
the
you get?
focus
Yeah,
now
so
should just be within the shores of Vancouver at this point. Or do you need to
do you
move?
get?
Have you considered moving?
I mean, it's also like
Is there a
move
more
to where?
boisterous?
Move to where? Move to where?
For example, now if
I
you're
was thinking about it.
no, it depends.
Move to
There are
where?
some places. If you are in the UK, for example, if you're in some parts of the UK, maybe
I mean, maybe
up north,
Toronto. I think maybe Toronto is like
yeah, like are there
more
places where
diverse. Yeah,
you are
maybe
more
Toronto
likely
is
to
like
meet
more
your
diverse
type?
for sure. Yeah, I think Toronto is like probably more diverse. You can get like more pool of option,
Yeah.
hopefully, right?
Do you think do you think this quest is worth moving geographically?
Not now. I think that's the thing,
When do you think it
right?
is worth moving geographically?
It does not know now.
I guess we'll
What's all
see,
these questions?
right? Right. It's also like I'm not, which is like I've tuned my brain to like there are things I can put on the top of the list.
Israel,
Yeah, what?
let's be clear on some things, okay?
Okay. That's such a
I've been gathering different styles that I will wear to wedding, and I've been waiting for your wedding.
that is
Precisely.
good.
Don't
Yeah.
mess this up. I'm
Yeah.
being serious right now. Your
Yeah,
wedding,
yes,
I've
it's
been
already.
planning
And you're the one encouraging him by telling
Do
him
you
that
get?
you cannot
mess
move.
this.
So,
So you can't move
anyways,
geographically for this. So
at
we're
least
doomed.
not now, to be honest. It's so, which is the ultimate, which brings back, like, I've thought about all these things, which just brings me back to like, I might as well just shut down this shit. The
But
desire.
wait. Let's talk about the geographical move. Why can't you
Yeah.
move geographically again? Is there something in Vancouver that you particularly attached? Is it just work?
I think
I'm assuming
there's
an Asana office in Toronto, or there's no Asana office.
no,
in
there's
Toronto.
not a tire which has an office in
Okay, so if
Toronto.
you are,
Do you get it?
I'm just assuming like that there will be a bigger city. So the
No,
moment you
no.
leave Vancouver,
I
you're
mean,
probably
Vancouver
potentially
is as big as Toronto.
so you're potentially leaving
Yeah,
your
yeah.
job if you
Yeah,
do that.
exactly. So there's the job, like, just
Yeah.
is it worth living job for
No.
potential of finding a partner? Do you get? I
That's the
mean,
problem.
obviously,
You
like
need the money for the partner.
I think obviously you can get another job. Like Google Office is there. I think they're like Pinterest is there. They're obviously like you could
But you're
obviously
not job
move
hunting
job.
now. That's another thing.
But I'm not job hunting. Like at least
Yeah.
not actively job hunting.
Yeah.
Like so there's that. But I think in terms of also like weather and stuff, Vancouver is probably where I will want to live. Right, Toronto is not.
It's
It's
too
in
cold.
terms of like it gets cold. Like when I was there, it was like snowing every single day. Now there's sun outside. There's probably no sun in Toronto. I don't know. Do you get it? So obviously Vancouver is also way more beautiful in terms of like it has mountains or like the ocean, like everything. Like it's basically a
Pretty
regular
sad.
city. Do you get like so it's not the same for Toronto, I guess. And those are like the two options. Like every other option isn't an option. Like
But I
I
bet
can't
just
go
not
to
move.
yeah, I can't go to Calgary. Calgary is like cold, like it's like negative. Like the
Would
term
you
of the
do
negative.
long distance within Canada though? I mean, I know
wouldn't.
Canada.
It's the same as doing long distance with
I
Nigeria,
know.
to
I
be
was
honest.
just
Within
Like,
that country.
about to
do
say.
you get like it's 4 hours flight to like almost 5 hours to Toronto? It's like it's not just worth it, to be honest. It's like
But
yeah.
my concern with this dilemma is that shifting it to be a future problem does not potentially solve it. And the reason why I say
No,
that
I
is
mean,
because
obviously it doesn't potentially solve it, but it's also like it's better to leave it to the future than to it's not like if there's no solution now, you can hope to God that something new is going to drop. Do you get? And it's also like instead of like actively looking, it's not like now I'm just like passive about it. Do you
So
get
that's
like
when
if
you
so?
find people.
I mean, you
Money
do,
comes when you're not looking at it.
right? So it's like just be passive about it, and hopefully something comes, right? Like it's not like it's not like I already shut down the equation. I'm like everything is all done, been there, done that. It's like sure, like I still download dating apps when I'm depressurized. Like after I've depressurized my pressure, right? Like take a break, come back. Do you get that kind of thing? Sure, like so. But I'm not like which I think is also like a problem, right? It's like now I'm just aloof. Do you get? It's like yeah, whatever,
It's
that
also
which
like,
also doesn't help the search. Do you get? Like it's like
yeah,
you have to want to search, but it's like
you have to have go with vim. It's
to
embarrassing
Vim,
and
yeah.
annoying.
Oh
It's
yeah,
just like job hunting. You have to be
exactly. You have to go with
like,
the Vim, but
you
it's
have
also
to.
like,
It's
but
draining,
because yeah, it's draining. Do you get? I think that's the thing, right? So you just have to like take a break, go back, take a break, go back,
and
stuff like that.
why job hunting is not easier because the consequence of
Yeah,
job hunting is that you're going to starve. But why
yeah,
it is easier-ish is that you don't have to be emotionally attached to the jobs that you're applying to.
yeah, yeah,
You apply and
exactly.
it
At
will
least,
be hello.
at
You
least
get
it's
it?
not as emotionally draining as love.
No, 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 no.
I mean,
It can. I think it's mentally
it's
and
a different kind of emotion,
it's a different kind
obviously,
of
right?
emotion. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's not.
So
It's
let me
not
let
the
Yeah,
me let
emotion.
me paint it. Let me paint this for you. Yeah, you apply for a job, no emotions, right? You get a mail back, no emotions,
Yeah,
right? You do the
yeah.
first round of interview, no emotions, right? You do the second round of interview, no emotions. Third
yeah.
round, they shut you down. What's that?
I mean, obviously, you build emotions for these things. You're like,
Yeah, but
oh,
also
hopefully,
like
like,
no, this is the thing. While you are doing that, you've already applied to another 50 jobs, and you're also in
yeah,
another multiple interview stages. So
That
it's
is
like
dating, bro.
no. No, it's not the same. You won't start talking to somebody on Monday. You guys have
yeah,
been talking for like 3 weeks now, consistently and everything. You're talking, and then at the same time you are still applying to 100 profiles on Inch. You won't
But
be
yeah.
but
doing that now. Do you get it? Like
I
no,
get
there's
it.
a point you get to. I mean, when you just meet somebody on Monday,
Like when
it's
you
not the
just
same way that
obviously
you
start
delete all
like
your
talking to multiple, but like if you've gone to like dates, if you've gone on dates for like two,
yeah,
three
you've
times, and
talked
like,
about
oh,
some topics
yeah,
already.
like,
There's
oh,
already
this makes sense. There's
yeah.
potential for
There's
this
no
thing
point.
to, yeah,
Like, why?
yeah.
What are you
There's
trying
no
to do
point
again?
trying to divide your
Connecting
attention
again,
by
going
do
for
you
another
get,
date again. That's
yeah,
already you're just stressing yourself
So
unnecessarily.
what you're
But
saying
yeah.
in essence is that when you're dating one person, you focus on that one person and don't date again. We don't date anyone
More or
until
less,
that
to be
one person is
honest.
done.
if you're dating to your
So
end, if you're not dating for vibes, you're dating for vibes, obviously
no,
to
Yeah,
not
obviously you can
even
talk
vibe.
to open
So
your seat.
this is an example of what I explained when I said that the mindset difference is very there. Because when you
Yeah,
meet an average lady and you, because I've seen this a lot of times where they will say things like, if he hasn't asked you to be your boyfriend, you can still date other people. So you can still go on dates. You can still do other
it's like these
activities.
are not the kind of people Israel is looking for. That's the
No,
problem. That's why
but
it's
that's
harder.
but he's saying that, but he's
that's what
saying
the
that
market
that's the
is.
kind of people. Yeah, for sure.
That's
Like,
what the
Obviously,
market is.
yeah,
that's why it's harder for him to find his ideal customer. That's what I'm
yeah.
No,
saying. Like,
I'm just checking because I wanted to be sure that that's what he was saying, and I'm trying to
this is
Yeah,
explain
yeah.
that
why
this is one of those differences.
I think it's also just that because I am of this. It's the problem that happens on dating apps, right? It's like obviously like women get more likes and they
yeah.
have more options, and then
Mhm.
there's that thing. But I'm also like, if you, for example, you've actually matched with a couple of people, right? Which sometimes it happens. I try to like talk, like, let's talk for, there are stages to these things. I'm always like, talk for like 24 hours, 48 hours straight. You already see whether you vibe with this person or you're not vibing. And you can
Yeah.
immediately you see you're not vibing or match, move to the next person.
Yeah.
Now, if you talk for like a couple of hours, or like 24 hours, 48 hours, you see you're vibing. You don't need to be talking for 7 days, chatting, meet up, like go on a date and see, oh, do we have the physical vibe again? Like, and after that, if you go on the second date, then go on the third date. There's no point trying to talk to other people when you already started going on. I mean, that's also another
But
problem that people just into.
what if you're having those side by side conversations, like you're having conversations side by side with each other? right?
You're splitting your attention, which I mean, I,
No,
I
I'm
understand that there's obviously just being like keeping your options open, right? Because you don't know whether that person is going to work out. But I think if life is a trade-off, right? You have to pick whether you want to give your attention fully to
wait,
someone
you're
for a
not
while.
getting my question.
Okay, what's your
Wait.
question?
So
So like
first,
it's so stressful. But go ahead, please.
it is stressful. This
It is
question
mentally stressful to like be trying to build emotions for
Yeah.
multiple people.
Yeah,
It's
it is
Yeah.
stressful.
like, what exactly are we doing?
So this is the this is what I'm saying. Yeah, I have actually not had a lot of luck on dating apps.
Yeah,
I don't, but I
think I've had more luck than both of you on dating apps. Funny
Combined.
enough, right?
I don't
Combined.
even use dating apps.
Yeah, I mean, there was a time you used it when you
There was
first
a time you
moved
used
that
it.
you were matching with
Yeah.
some.
No,
kind of people.
when I move to a new place, I download dating apps. I'm just like,
Yeah,
this can't be it. Like I don't know how to
Yeah.
explain it. Like
Yeah.
it's also like even setting up my profile is exhausting.
it is
Because now-
exhausting. Yeah,
Like
Yeah.
what are your likes? What are your I'm like,
yeah,
Feels like a
nothing is
LinkedIn
available.
profile most times, trying to put your
What?
best foot forward and
Yeah,
stuff.
like I'm ready to put my best foot forward in like LinkedIn. Like it feels like a repetition of the first time I
Yeah.
used dating apps was when I was at Caras for like product research for Money
I
Do
say,
and
yeah.
everything. And when I was seeing people,
Oh,
obviously
dating
my
apps in Nigeria is dating apps in Nigeria is for hookup.
You
Yeah,
get
yeah.
But when I moved to the UK,
Hookup.
yeah, it's for hookup, to be honest.
No,
And I was like,
accent. It's just the accent I'm mocking.
Yeah.
yeah, oh, and you have to,
It's for hookups.
this thing has to move with it. What's the name of this thing? Your
Yeah.
Igongo.
Yeah.
Hookup. Someone told me that our biggest fear of hanging out with me, right,
Yeah.
is that she would forget how to pronounce her H.
Oh, but you have the H factor too now. You don't.
I do, yeah, but she's like, because she gets every time I say she will say that, she's like, well, that's one of my biggest fears of girl with me, that she's going to forget how to pronounce her H.
I mean,
Properly.
people, not every it's
Because
part
of-
of life, I guess.
No, I mean, I laughed, and it was funny because most of the people that I know that are maybe outside, like not Nigerian, whenever I say something like maybe like like
Actually, a lot. Just say home. Then home.
Do you have like oop, you just like you have to
I
like
just say some words.
it's
I
like
don't
don't
pronounce
stress
some
me.
words because I just can't say them properly.
Yeah.
I can't say them without the accent popping up. I'm saying them
Yeah.
properly, just the accent.
Yeah.
Like WHORE. I'm so scared of it. Like that word.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like HOE, for example. I mean the farming equipment now in this case.
Yeah.
Like things like that. So like it's But anyway, sorry, I interrupted you on that one.
Yeah, I remember.
I can't remember.
Dating apps.
Yeah, dating apps, yeah.
Yeah, so when I moved to the UK, I opened dating apps, and I was like, and it's also like I don't know what. I don't know for me, right? I don't know how to explain how I meet people. I feel like I
Yeah.
meet people in a very different way compared to what most people do. That's the first thing. And then the thing that attracts me to people is very different for what people put on their page.
Yeah,
So it's
I think I found it's the
ridiculous
same. It's the same thing for like
Instagram is a better
I think it's the
dating
same.
app for me.
I think it's the same thing for like a lot of people. I guess it's like obviously your profile doesn't show anything, right? It's like you see some lady's profile. It's like, oh, you're just like, what is going on? Because it's just the same thing. Everybody puts on the same thing. Like, I can't even remember all the things that they put.
Swiping through that in a day, you could have swiped like 100 people. Or
Do you get?
To my next point.
What is happening to me? Like, I can't be confronted by this. Like, this can't be it. If there are 100 people in a room and none of them catches my fancy, something is wrong with that room. I'm in the wrong room.
So there's that. But it's also, I think that this is, I recorded a video once, and most of these videos never see the light of day. But I recorded the video once, and one of the things that I said in the video was that dating apps, it gives you the illusion of more. Like there's something
that's
better
for
out
sure.
there.
Yeah.
Like there's something better. So every swipe is like, oh, you're like taking a bet that this is good, but I can find something better.
Oh, this is not good. I don't even get it.
I mean, I think your location is not like
okay.
I feel like if
you see something that is okay, but you're like,
so I think for you, if you go to London, you probably have like good
So I
option
feel
of like
like I've
people.
tried. So I think what happens for me is also that
Yeah,
if I go to some particular locations,
yeah,
like if I'm in London, for example, and I see my location in London, and I see this thing, I now see a different kind of people. But it's also like, first of all, I see tourists, a lot of tourists who are
oh, I
obviously,
see.
you know what they want to
Yeah,
do. Do you
yeah,
get
yeah,
it? It's like what? I don't
I
know
mean,
how
I
to
think,
explain
I
it.
think, I think, obviously, like you can filter by what kind of
It's
thing
like
you're looking
the
for.
short term.
Yeah,
If it's the short term desire, I think it's easy to get.
yeah,
Like it's easier to get with. Like when you now look at your true ideal customer profile and you
yeah,
now enter the market, that's when
yeah,
the problem now comes. Which is
yeah,
why I keep saying that maybe going to communities where your ideal customer profiles hang out. It's why
yeah.
people go to church, honestly. It's
Nah,
not at
legit.
the
I
end
mean, that's yeah,
you end up at the altar.
yeah,
You end up
yeah.
at the pulpit because it's like if my ideal customer profile is hanging out in
But
church,
but
you'll find
but
me
but
in church.
I think obviously like there's that, but I think there's also another problem with how things work in the. I mean, it has gotten so worse now that now pastors are doing matchmaking because people aren't just
No,
talking to
they're
each
not
other. Do you get like, or people aren't just like, like church finishes and then the girl you want to talk
yeah,
to has
bye
run
bye.
away.
You have
Do
to
you
join
get
this
it?
one.
Do you?
You have to join this one group.
What are the chances that if you join a subgroup, things are going to be better? Like maybe all the people in the subgroup already have people. Do you get? It's like,
Go to the next one group.
and then you keep using subgroups to like find a wife.
So
Sorry.
So
I'll
What do you think the
I think
solution would
obviously
be?
I which was what I was gonna say,
What's your
that
return
it's a
home?
hopeless situation.
Quick one before.
I think it's hopeless because, like I said, there are a lot of things that we can talk about what is wrong with dating, right? There's like
Mhm.
illusion of choice, like what Samuel is saying.
Yeah.
As
Yeah.
dating apps have caused more harm than good, right?
Mhm.
You
I
think
think
so?
I'm currently working on an app that mostly encourages people to like talk to people in real life, right? Instead of like staying on. I mean, social media, Instagram, and dating apps have spoiled how we think about people. Because
Mhm.
if you have 7,000 people following you, you should be scared. Like if in real life, 7,000 people are following you in real
Yeah.
life, it's
Yeah.
a lot of people. Amphitheater, like imagine the whole of amphitheater.
Yeah.
Amphitheater is like
That's
5,000.
more than amphitheater.
That's like 1.5
Yeah.
times of
That's ridiculous.
amphitheater. Do you
Yeah.
get? And
Mhm.
it's also like if you're in amphitheater, you can't even talk to everybody in amphitheater or
Mm.
Yeah.
try to date everybody in amphitheater. But because you're on dating app or because you're on, I think Michael, you and I were talking about this, like when we're checking like some profiles, like some Instagram
Yeah.
babes that
Yeah.
we know, and it's
Yeah.
like the fact that you even see someone on Instagram doesn't mean that you want to date them or you can date them or they are the kind
Yeah.
Mm.
of
They
people
just
you would
look.
date.
They look
They just look
shiny.
aesthetically pleasing. Do you get it?
It just looks
And
aesthetically pleasing.
please, yeah, do you
Yes,
get it?
yes,
And so
yes.
it's also, so when people like go on profiles, like, or you're on Instagram and you're like, wow, this fine man, like, oh, I want this man for myself. But it's like you probably won't want to date this person. You
Yeah.
get, and it's
And
the same
yeah.
thing. You go on like, which is like, in what has happened now is that the like obviously on dating, what happens on dating app is I'm very realistic myself. I'm not like I in terms of attractive, especially when it comes to like what people are looking for, right? I think in Vancouver, like I think white boys are like
The okay.
statistically, yeah, like odd cake.
Oh,
Black girls are looking for white boys, white girls are looking for white boys, Asians are looking
oh,
for white
that's
boys.
good. It's
Do
like,
you get? So
yeah,
it's like,
you are the
okay,
leftover.
right? Yeah,
Low.
exactly. So obviously you won't be like what people, the people who swipe on you if they're looking for like stability, or they know that there's a
Also,
potential for stability. Do you get? But it's like, oh, you are cultured, potential for stability, right? Which is like, so I think there's also the part of the fact that like people think like you have to like, it's the same thing. Like even you as a guy, you're like, you want the beautiful of the beautiful, that kind of thing. Like, but it's
yeah,
like, can you get them?
you want
Right?
Achalugo.
Yeah. And then it's like on the flip side, girls want the top of the top, like the finest
Did,
guys,
Yeah.
and
did you see
it's just
White
the
man in
yeah,
finance.
Did you see
yeah.
the OkCupid study that found that women found 80% of men not attractive
I mean, it's probably the number is probably
80% of
worse
men in the
now.
entire world.
on their dating
Like
app?
on the dating sites, like they
Oh
swipe
yeah.
left on
Let me be honest with
80% of
you.
the
Of
men.
men
Yeah,
were not
I feel
attractive.
like there's a part of society that's not. Let me tell you what I mean. If Israel wants a lady that has ABC,
yeah,
there's a lady that also that wants Israel's BCD. Do you get it?
yeah,
I feel like on this same internet,
yeah.
both people exist. Do you get
That's for
it?
sure.
On the same Instagram,
Yeah,
both people
Mm.
exist.
yeah,
Is there a chance that, like, I think my that's which is why I was going back to the fact that I really dislike dating generally because they exhaust me.
yeah,
Is there a potential that there's like, where is this person? Like, I
yeah,
don't know how to explain how I'm feeling. Like, if for example, now, I feel like also because where we are, I mean, the world is so big, the world gets bigger. The world
yeah,
is like bigger now. For example, let's say Israel, you're in, there you get
yeah,
it, and you wanted a Muslim babe to
yeah,
marry, nowhere to go.
yeah,
You are not going to be going to Nigerian Baptist Convention.
yeah,
You're not going to
yeah,
find it in Smith or
yeah,
something. They get it.
yeah,
You go to Ansaruddin, you go to
yeah,
Nuruddin,
yeah,
you go to Mosifa, you go to
yeah,
those areas. It
yeah,
is like the people that we're looking for, or the people that, I mean, in this case, you're looking for now. It's like, where particularly are they? So that one does not keep searching in places where they don't exist. I don't know if you get what I mean. Like,
They are mixed now.
it's like
That's the thing. It's like it's a mix. It's like
same
so
thing.
they are like scattered. So it's like so scattered that you're just like you have
Yeah,
just
because it's
spreading
like,
your seed, like just
yeah, you
Someone
just
said I saw a TikTok where the person was like, it was a very fascinating one for me.
yeah,
He said, if you like come to church to find girlfriend, the girls you met at the club are the ones in the church.
in the
Basically like that.
we're not against them being in the club. What we're saying
yeah,
is that are they at least what we're looking for in the
Yeah.
church?
exactly.
That's
They
Yeah,
get
right.
it.
yeah,
So, me, I feel like when I'm ready to marry, whenever that is, I mean, maybe because I have the luxury of being close to, I mean, I'm not far away from where my ideal customer profile comes from.
yeah,
My ideal customer profile obviously comes from my upbringing and everything, which is Nigeria.
yeah,
I'm not in Vancouver. I feel like when I'm ready to, if it is to go to where my ideal customer profile is, do you get it? To find my ideal customer profile, I will. Now, the second thing I wanted to ask Israel is that I
yeah.
think
Why you asking me? I'm coming.
one of my friends I'm meeting up with, I mean, we're not close friends or anything yet. Nathan, that lives in France, that works at Google. Probably seen his pictures with his passion and everything. So Nathan was the one that was sitting there when he first moved to France, to Paris. He was trying out, I mean, French, this thing and everything. People, I mean, but he realized that there's a level at which, compared to him as a Nigerian man, infidelity was commonplace. Do you get it? That
Oh yeah, I
even
think
though
I
he
saw that.
did not want to do long distance relationship, he eventually had to consider it. Do you get it? So you could, I mean, obviously he's with his wife now, everything, all of those things. I'll probably send that to you guys. Which
Yeah.
now brings me
I
to
think
the
you already
next question I
shared it.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think you shared it.
ask Israel, which is that, is there a room for compromise for
On
you?
what?
Now,
On
let me
what?
explain.
Okay.
Let me explain what I mean.
What are we compromising on? I think that's the question.
Wait, say you want to date this Vaseline now, but this
Okay.
Vaseline, unfortunately,
Eh,
is not is in your roots. Do you
Yeah.
get it? Back in your roots.
Yeah.
But you guys start talking, or maybe you already know this Vaseline from their
Yeah.
profile or whatever,
Yeah.
and they are your type.
Yeah.
You guys just need to do more talking, obviously, get the vibe
Yeah.
of what
Yeah.
kind of joke today, and
Yeah.
then tie the nuptial
Yeah. Yeah.
knot. Are you willing to let go of the old long distance thing for that Vaseline? Because already now this is your type, or you would still say, because they're not in the same geographical location with you, since you know that they will come to geographical location anyway. Do you get it?
Okay.
After the
When?
nuptials. After the nuptials.
So I think
You don't
when
want to
is
be
the
the reason why somebody
so
moves countries.
like so number one is like apart from that, it's like they have to move for you. Like so that means you have to date, you have to like actually Samuel, I think you're on mute or something. I don't know. I can't hear you. So that means you have to actually date them and marry them before you can. It's like, what are we
And
No,
doing?
it's not
someone
like you
to
are
approach
stuck in
their
that.
life
Are you not planning
with
to go to
regards.
Nigeria next year?
And go and do what? So will I go date someone
See
in
the
Nigeria?
potential nuptials.
Okay,
Wait,
so see them for how many days? How many
you see
weeks?
them. So it's also like, but let me tell you this scenario. Let me tell you. Let's print this scenario. Let's change the timeline now. Samuel, work with me.
Okay.
2025. Israel meets this babe after this podcast now.
Yeah.
She's in Nigeria. But they
Yeah.
talk, video calls, all of this shebang and everything. Israel wants to go
You
to
have
Nigeria.
you have to remember how hard it is for us to set up calls to record this podcast. But continue.
We are not dating. Just wait.
Okay.
Good
We're
point.
not
Okay.
dating. And we're still
Continue.
like setting up calls. You have to make it work. You want to find love. But wait. February 2026. Israel wants to go
Okay.
to Nigeria February, right? Maybe spend 2 weeks or 3 weeks.
Okay.
You guys spend time together, all of those things. You've seen that
Mhm.
year. That's it for that
Mhm.
year. Just wait. That's 2026, right?
Okay.
And then maybe by the end of 2026, if you can afford it again, it's going to stretch your account. But at this point, you are investing in the long term.
Is it worth stretching my account for?
Wait now.
I mean, I think we already talked about this. That
Just wait.
the potential. Okay.
Let me finish my
Okay.
timeline. So the
Okay.
end of 2026, Samuel, Israel goes again to see this babe. Now meets the
Okay.
family, all of those things. Like initial nuptials.
In how many
and so on.
months? Okay.
This is already
Okay.
from now. This is from now. From 20,
Okay.
we said after this call.
Gotcha.
We said after this call. Now after 1
Okay,
year,
okay.
you're not like. What are you waiting for again? After,
Okay,
I
continue.
don't understand. From
No,
March
see,
2025.
Yeah.
see, as much
Wait,
as
Samuel, wait.
finish your timeline. Finish your
Let
No,
this
timeline.
guy
December
finish cooking.
2026.
Okay.
You talk to the family and everything. If you
Okay.
can, I recommend that legal nuptials already.
Okay.
At least the legal one, so she can move
Okay.
with you and everything. Now 2026 has ended and you're with your babe.
Mm.
But what you're saying now is that that's a long time to date somebody that you will not see.
Okay.
And that you guys will just be dating and everything. But you know that time could potentially go and we'll still be having this conversation again.
But
At the end of
I wouldn't have, which goes
Your
back to the same, but
biological
I would
clock
not
is
have had
ticking.
I would not have had the same. Say my biological clock is ticking.
Phile, go ahead.
I wouldn't have had the same troubles that I would have had. I mean, the reason why I broke up with the person I was dating in Nigeria was because we just couldn't make the time zone work, right? And it's also like,
Can you still not make it work now?
I can't make it work. Like, bro, the time zone is ridiculous. Like, that's why I said, and then it's going to bring me back to the same point. Like, I would rather just avoid some troubles than try
But you are
to.
not avoiding the bigger trouble. You are avoiding the smaller trouble.
There's
of
no
not
bigger
making it
trouble. The
work.
bigger trouble
The bigger
is
trouble is that aloneness that you don't want to be. On this group, the one that still does not want to. Me and Samuel are still open to we never marry.
Yeah.
You don't want to not marry. You want to marry.
Yeah.
So it's like
Yeah.
that's the bigger. You are avoiding that potential 35 unmarried by sacrificing 1 year
unmarried.
and 6 months.
Bro,
And it's not like you
your
guys will not
biology
date.
clock is ticking.
And it's also
It's-
like you
yeah.
know what's funny, Samuel, is like the reason why you are the kind of person that you make investment into something. So you understand the concept of investing in something.
Yeah.
You know the concept of maybe starting out content creation. I know it's not the
Mhm.
same thing, but like no money,
Yeah.
nothing, you're spending on it and
Yeah.
everything for the bigger returns in the future. You understand how
Mhm.
that thing works. So it's like what is the difference with
Between
this
that,
one? Apart
yes.
from fear. I feel like
It's no. Funny things. I'm not afraid. It's just that
So what is it?
I can't do that stress.
Okay.
Being there,
Okay.
done that. I
See,
can't do it.
But the other stress is waiting in the future.
Let the future deal with it.
Order,
The Bible says,
order in the house. Order in the house.
Do not worry
Those
about
in
tomorrow.
favor of
Let's
Israel doing long distance. Say hey.
yeah. It doesn't change anything.
Those
I mean,
those
if you
not
can
in
if you can do
favor,
the
say
dating for
nay.
me, and then when it's time to marry, you hand the girl over to me.
But I think what I wanna okay, the time zone
That's
is
gonna
mad.
be the next level.
It's
That's
also
what-
like I think it's also like number one is so here's the thing. The problem with long distance is that you have to always be on a call.
Yes.
And considering the time zone difference, when can we be on the call? Do you get I
When-
can't be on the
when-
call when I'm at work, right? When I come back from work,
Find
it's
somebody like me,
midnight.
for example, that is
You
more
don't need to do in Nigeria
tech and
now.
everything.
Go to Ontario. What's the place you spoke
You
about?
get that one. You can't. You don't want to do that one too.
You don't want to do that one
You don't
too.
want to do your type in Toronto.
You don't
There.
want to do your
You
type
do
in
one now.
You
There's
know what?
nothing in Vancouver for you. That's what we're trying to lay.
I'm gonna start looking for someone for you, Israel.
I just sent him somebody. I
Oh,
sent him
did
somebody
you?
some minutes ago. I didn't check because I
Wait,
sent him
where?
from TikTok.
Where did you
What
see
people-
TikTok?
Let me.
TikTok.
I
Where's
sent
TikTok?
you-
I'm going
No,
to send
check your
you
WhatsApp
someone
DM.
now.
Oh, okay.
Is your time or not? Answer now. There's no time.
I want to open now. That's so funny. I'm looking for a man in finance.
Where's this
6'5".
girl, Seth?
I mean, she's even a software engineer like you. You guys should be discussing vibe code or whatever it is that your generation
Nah,
is
so-
discussing now.
What we see? I'm coming. I'm
I
sending
sent-
someone.
I sent the page to him
So
on
at this
WhatsApp.
point, we are crowdfunding your boo. You and we
Nah,
stand
so-
in
Yeah.
the way of my.
I feel like Israel, you probably, and I'm easing into making peace with it, which is that some compromises.
She is
or
actually
some
she is
level of
fine anyways.
hardship. Of course, I won't send you somebody that is not fine. Some level of hardship.
And she has.
Let him focus. Let him take it in.
Yeah.
Take it in, bro. Take it in.
Let me send it. Sam, have you seen? Make I send them to you. Yeah, I just sent it. I just sent it to Sama. But where is she?
She's in Canada. What do you mean where is she?
Where Canada
Hey.
is a fucking big place, for Christ's sake.
Hey, listen. You don't have a choice. You cannot do Nigeria. I'm bringing it close to you. I'm bringing
Where
it
is
close
she? Have you
to
found
you.
where she is?
I mean, I'm trying to stalk it.
And also, like, if you went to Toronto in January, right?
Yeah.
Which means you are going to Mexico. You can potentially make another trip to Toronto, and she's also not handicapped. She can make trips
Yeah.
to Vancouver too. Do you get it? If at all this works, I'm basically saying that it's not going to be as easy as before anymore. You've left your roots. Unless
See
you
you
want to also
tomorrow.
welcome the Vancouvic way of doing marriages, which is what Samuel is
Why
trying to
does
say.
she
which
not have
is you-
location?
She's in Ontario. It's right there on the Kini, that the video that you sent.
Is
She's
it?
in Ontario. Yeah, Ontario.
Yeah, she's in Ontario. Oh,
You
I
know
see.
what,
Okay.
I don't think bro was looking at those things. He was.
Okay,
I mean,
well,
I didn't read the
That's a good
text.
sign.
I didn't read the text anyways.
That's a good sign. That's
Single
a
to
really
stupor.
good sign. Yes, that's a good sign. So,
Mm.
we are definitely going to get you. We need to get you out of this.
I've been sending him. I've been for
You've
the
not been
record, for
sending
the
me
audience,
anything.
I've been trying my best for this guy.
Mm.
Like I send him profiles. If I see red, white, red like this, I forward it to your page immediately, so you can initiate a conversation.
Which
Yeah,
musician
so-
do you know is having EMVCA?
Israel. Anyway, I hope this works out for you or whichever one that you're supposed to.
Yeah.
But I would
I mean-
say embrace some level of difficulty. I don't know if Samuel believes the same, but to be honest,
No, I
Yeah.
100% think that Israel needs to he needs to get out of his ass and stop acting like it's like you've obviously looked in these places.
and you're not
Widen your
you're
scope.
not privileged. You don't have the privilege.
Yeah.
You already said it yourself. Like your community
Yeah.
is looking for something that you actually do not have. So you need to look for the people that are
Mhm.
not looking for that. Do you get
Yeah.
it? It's gonna take a lot harder. It's like looking for a job as a black man or something, or somebody with an
Yeah.
accent. Do you get
Yeah.
it? Like
Work harder, yeah.
Yeah.
it looks like this was a
But
therapy
think
session
about
for
it.
Israel.
Yeah. Therapy. It's my own therapy session
I'm
today.
glad
So
it's not about me.
I mean, it's nice.
Anyway, quick one for everybody watching. We spoke about
Yeah.
everything. So tell us what you think. But most importantly, if you have a friend, sister, cousin, auntie,
Now we are crap. It has started to that Twitter.
anyone,
It has started to that Twitter.
anybody
That
you
Twitter.
think,
Those Twitter people that. It's
This
like,
is two full
send
separate
to us,
moments.
right? Send to me or Michael. You can create the group with us. Send to us. We'll filter the ones that are Israel's type. We'll forward the list to him, and then we can get him out of this. It's becoming very depressing. We need to get him. And also, I need to eat rice.
Agreed.
I need to eat rice, please.
Yeah,
Thank you
well,
very much,
right,
guys.
so thank you very much for watching this episode. I hope you had so much fun watching as much as we had recording it. And don't forget to like, drop a comment, and subscribe. See you in the next episode.